Have you ever seen or heard about DaVinci being able to actually text crawl across the screen? Anything that you put in for your text file that is offline. So if I were to take and change this text file and we put something else in there, you will see that this text crawler here will change, and as soon as it comes on screen, boom, it now goes and changes. And that's all by doing a text file outside of DaVinci. This is very good for when you do a Premiere live event for YouTube and you use this whole setup as your overlay for your either podcast or your channel live stream. And I will get into this and show you how it's done. It's really simple. It's one node in Fusion with only one expression. So I will show you how to get all this done in just a moment. So before I get into showing you all of how this is set up, I want to explain to you what this actually is. So like I said before, this is just a overlay. So what an overlay is it's just going to be everything that you're going to put into your live stream. It's not a real live stream. It's a video that you can edit, and you could put this over top of your video, and you can use this as a live stream. When you set it up as Premiere, you're going to have the ability to publish it just like you would a real live stream. You're going to have a chat window on the side, and you can interact with people just like you would as a real live stream. So that's why this overlay will work for this just exceptionally well. It's going to require OBS, and the OBS is going to be where you are going to have your camera, or you can have a studio mode and have multi-cameras. So that's all that this is going to do. And this layout that I have here currently is, this is the background. You can change the background to anything that you want. You can make it a grid pattern, and you can have one or two grids here for your live streams, your host and yourself or whoever. The logo up here in the corner, this is incorporated into the Fusion page by just installing a PNG file. We'll get into that in just a moment. The background for the text crawler is the actual color of the background, and you can simply change that anytime you want by going over and selecting what it is you want to change the color to. The live background here is up here where it says live. We are currently using a generated thing called Sagan Glow, and this actually will move. So when this is playing, you can actually see the hexagon in the background behind the word live actually moving. And then the live word itself, if you don't want to have live on there, you can just turn both of these off and the live will go away. And the top one is our Fusion text crawler. This is what does all the work for your headlines down below. You can have it as introducing guest. You can have it as introducing any part of your video that you are going for. You can have it for anything that you want, and you could change the font size. You can change font color, style, everything right there inside of Fusion. So it is very versatile, and this is all you need here. Just one Fusion and 4 edit page. That's it. Okay, so now we're going to get into where we make all this happen. So what we're going to do first is we're going to bring down a text node. With the text node, that will automatically create our media out. We need to set the text at a certain length. So we're going to go over to the edit page, and we're going to right click, and we're going to select change clip duration. I've been using 16 seconds, and that will give us about 384 frames. With that 384 frames, that's going to give us the ability to have a text line of a maximum characters of 75 pieces. So with our text node selected, we're going to go over to our text box in the inspector. Right click inside the text box, and we're going to go down to expressions. In the expression, we're going to get rid of the text itself, and we're going to type in this expression. This expression will be for all uppercase. There will be a link in the description for this description, as well as the text that will be upper and lowercase depending on how you type it. So the one that we have now is all uppercase. The other one is the case that you actually write it in. So with this, you can see that we already have words on the screen, and we haven't typed anything into our text box. That is because according to the expression, we're looking at this drive, this path. So we're looking for this path and it's looking for that text file. When it sees that text file, it's going to pull that text into our text node. What we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the layout. We're going to drop the Y down. You can move this anywhere that you would want it, whether you want it up or down. It doesn't make any difference. It's going to be totally dependent upon you. What we're going to do now is we're going to move the playhead all the way to 0, and we're going to take and move center X off the screen and make a keyframe. We're going to move playhead all the way to the end, and we're going to move center X off the screen in the other side. So now that when you play this back, you will see that it actually goes across the bottom. So now you see that it actually can go across the screen now. Remember, this is going to be a text file input. So whatever you have in your text file, this is the path right here that went into our expression on our text box. It does not work unless you move one frame. It also does not work unless you save it. So if you save it, you see it did not change. But if you were to move the playhead one time, and once this moves a single frame, it's going to change to what it is that you have saved in the text file. So we're going to move the text file back out of the way for now. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in our overlay. The overlay can be anything that you make for your channel. We're going to take the output and connect it to the text1 node. The output has to be connected to the foreground, and the text node has to be connected to the background. So with this in the foreground, you can see that you actually have your logo on there, and it is a PNG file. If you go over to the edit page, you will now see that you have your scroll bar at the bottom and you have your logo in the corner. Again, like I said, this logo can be your channel logo or your episode logo if it's a podcast, or it could be the title, anything you want. It could be your thumbnail, anything that has to do with the video itself. So that is how you get this scroll bar to actually work. And again, the expressions are in the description below. One is for all uppercase, and the other is for as you have wrote it and saved it in the text file. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the effects tab. We are going to bring down a solid color. The solid color will go above your background. Your fusion composition will have to go all the way to the top of your clips. Our media pool, we are going to bring down our background that we're going to be using for this one. Our solid color, we're going to actually trim this down. First off, make it any color that you want. We're going to adjust the settings, and we can do that by just cropping the top down, and we can bring the bottom up a little bit. Now if we bring the text in, you can see where the text actually lands, and then we can adjust this so that it actually is centered and it looks halfway decent at that point. And again, the color is going to be whatever color you want it to be. I guess since it's a beach now, we're just going to go blue. From there, we're going to bring down whatever fusion generator you want if you want to put a live logo on there. So our fusion generator is going to be this screen, and we are going to go over to the settings tab, and we're going to zoom this out, and we're just going to move it roughly into the corner, and this will be where our live logo will sit. So with that being said, we need to go up and we need to bring in a title, and in here we're going to bring in the word live. So we're going to go in and type in live, and you can change the fonts and color any way that you want it to be. And we're going to take the layout, we're going to move the layout over to our background. Now with it in the background, we're going to adjust the size of this so that it actually fits in, and we're going to move it so it's sort of center. We're not going to go through the whole thing and get it all perfectly lined up and the size of it perfect or not. It's going to be totally up to you on how it is that you want it to look. So this is the final overlay. Again, if you don't want the videos for the live, you can turn that off. You can do anything you want with all of this. The fusion composition composition is the main one as far as introductions to people, topics, or even what it is that you're talking about. Or you can do anything, like you can ask people like what microphones do they use, comment below and so on. It's going to be very helpful when you set this up. Remember, we are not going to go into how to set up OBS, and we are not going to go into how to set up for the Premiere channel on YouTube. We will get into that on our next videos, and once we put all three of these together, you're going to have a replicated live stream video, and it's going to work really well for you. If you like this or you find any use out of this, just please hit that subscribe button and just let me know in the comments below what you think of this operation. So until next time, have a good day.